3, 2, 1, and go.
Hi, everybody. There's a countdown. If you guys heard that, I don't know why is my volume off like this. Hold on. Can you hear me? Angel that showed my volume being off. Anyway, we'll try it. That's yours. All right, everyone. So we had the NFP big day, right? So I'm going to prep you for next week. I didn't do a lot today, so let's get ready for next week. It is an important shift that happened today. Let's go right to TLT. They open in 3 minutes, but TLT is putting in a pretty good reversal. So is this really a bottom here? A lot of people calling this a head and shoulders bottom. Uh, the breakout will be negated under this moving average. So you would think that the dollar would be really exploding with yields doing this. And even look at the 10-year. That's a big candle. So, maybe this was it for the pullback in rates. Anyway, you have to respect the fact that cable is still up on Monday. We bought cable here Sunday night, and then Monday you still had a chance to buy cable here. You got to stay long, even if we get a corrective process. This could be wave 3 beginning. Similar in euro, holding this 103.5 level. But if we get follow through with yields heading higher, I would welcome a pullback to 103. Remember, 103 was the area I wanted to buy the market before the gap on the tariff news where we took out 78.6, and that's why I went for cable, because it had held the 61.8 level. And look, it took out the previous week's highs while euro has not been able to do so. That would have been, up here. So cable's still acting good. Only regret is I didn't add more short dollar positions on the low in Aussie. So I look at Aussie here. We've had a 200 pip decline. So why can't we pull back 50%? 62, 150 would be a level for me to uh, enter the long side of the Aussie, because I think we're going a lot higher. We'll see a 70-cent handle before this thing is over. Taking a look at yen, it's not getting a big pop off the NFP. But if we get follow through here, you have to sell this break. You have to sell the test of the breakdown, even close to it, because just this measured move here from, call it 59, to 54 is going to give you 150. And, I'm looking for, 140 and then 120 yen down the road this year. So if we get a rally back here, you have to be short. And it's not like we miss the whole thing. We miss this part. But we're actually short with the divergences at the highs and rode it pretty good. So let's get back on the train. If we get a rally back, which maybe yields could uh, be the catalyst behind that. Canada hardly, that's what I mean, the commodity currencies, they've shifted from being, you had the strongest, Canada was the strongest, and Aussie was the weakest. And now that's changing, because look, Aussie's hardly giving up anything compared to euro, just sideways, and the pound's giving up the most. So I'm bearish a dollar. I think this was a very seminal event on the tariffs, and we probably have about 3 weeks of where we could get some decent downside. I'm a seller in the dollar index up between 108, 108.50, wrong over 109.50 if we get that rally today. All right, so let's move on to taking a look at gold. Looks like it wants to print one more new high. I just want to say something about gold printing one more new high, is that look at the RSI this time. So we kind of confirmed here. I guess you could say there was some divergence, but we blew it out when we had this straight line move. I thought this was drive one and this was drive two, and we were getting a third drive. Instead, we had an extension. But I still would be careful with the gold longs here. Okay. And I'd still be careful with silver longs. We're going to diverge here. I caught a silver scalp for about 60 cents from these highs. I will be trying it again next week. Maybe we make a run towards 33 or so, but I'm still looking. I still think that with 80% bulls, that this market is due for some type of pullback. And someone in uh, a webinar I was at earlier said, what could change the trend in gold? Well, you know, I know that gold really fought interest rates off for a long time, but if we're going to get this kind of break in yields that I think could happen, that could change the picture in gold and silver. So we want to see what happens with yields going up, which holds up the best. And you know what else is holding up great? The S&Ps. Okay, and the NASDAQ just broke out. Okay, so I'm not long for this. I'm rooting for this because this is going to give me opportunities to sell stocks that are already broken, and mainly those are the Mag 7 for me. So they took Amazon out and shot it too. So let's see if Amazon could make a recovery. You know, Apple 260, we're not getting back there. I may recommit up here at 240. Otherwise, we could have, you know, A, B, C back to the same level. But I'm thinking maybe 240 is all we could get on this rally, another $7. Meta's still the star. It's got the throw over. But Google took it on the chin. Maybe they could rally it, but I think the peak's in there. Microsoft, they're trying to rally here, but the peak is in. Nvidia's rallying almost into my sell zone. The breakdown was about 32. So I may start to buy some puts next week in Nvidia. Maybe we even work into the gap. And that's really my strategy going forward with the market, is to use this blow off strength to sell stocks that have already broken down. So issues that are not making new highs, when if the S&P does, get a nice pop in Bitcoin too. So, you know, this is also part of the scenario. Maybe we get new highs in Bitcoin. It's sure been taking its time. We've been moving sideways from 108 for well over a month now. And here again, I'd be booking some profits on the miners up here. I think we could get a pullback there. Still could get a pullback here with the gold, SILJ. Still could get a pullback here, 580, you know, could take it back near the lows. This really had the strongest rally, Fortuna. I mean, we got back to December highs and making new highs here. So Fortuna would be a great buy on a pullback back towards, you know, 480, 460 for maybe a cup and handle or a right shoulder. The banks can't make a new high yet in Bank of America. We are making new highs in the XLF, but look how we're diverging. Maybe this is drive two. I'd be out of banks right now. They've been really the leaders. They've held up the best during this corrective period, but if yields are going to start heading up again, some of the banks with long duration paper may feel the pressure. So lighten up on your banks, on your bank stocks, and let's be patient to add on. You know, we're already long cable, we're short the dollar, we've taken partials, and we're ready to add back on, put those positions back out there on a rally in the dollar. So that's my game plan going forward. The biggest change that I could see today is happening in the bond market. and I don't think anyone was really expecting a strong report today. So keep this picture in mind. And, I just want to say that there is a possibility. Let's look at the daily, because on the 4 hour, it looks like it's really quite a distance away from new lows. But you look at the daily, and is it? And what kind of low is this with a 26 reading? Confirm low? Yes, it is. So I'm open to the possibility that we could take out 85. And we do it this time, we're going to have glaring divergence. So I think this is the turn. I'm not trading it. I didn't buy TLT puts, but I will after we make new lows in TLT. I'll be looking to buy TLT calls. And what's happening is we just maybe have this blow off. Here's the daily on the S&Ps. Have this last push up, which if you measure this could get us to, 23,000. That's another 1,200 points there. And I don't know, 6,200. Some people are talking 64. We won't confirm on the daily on either of these. Okay. So looking to recommit to Apple, NVIDIA puts, and maybe another Mag 7 stock next week. You'll be informed of it. Looking to add to short dollar positions as yields head up. Really, it's having no impact on the euro, but 103 would be a level I'm interested in. 50% pullback in Aussie is what I'd be interested in as well, and monitoring silver for a potential top. So this is the 4 hour. Okay, we're going to make new highs and we're not going to confirm. And the same thing's going to happen in gold. We're almost at new highs. So I may attack the short side of precious metals next week too. I was 1 for 2 in the precious metals. I was 2 for 2 in FX. And so that's a wrap, everyone. Hope you're learning the whys behind what I do so you could repeat it on your own. Share this with your trader friends. You're welcome into our room. Here it is. Okay. Great content. Traders inside here sharing their stuff. There's my stuff. You'll see me posting in there. Sunday night is when I posted the short in the Dixie and the long in cable. And that made my week. So everyone have a great weekend. Do your work. Be ready to react to the reaction. And don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios.